Hello, my lovelies. I am Madam Crystal Butterfly, and today I am going to talk to you all about lazy writing. And this time I'm going to talk about its negative effects when it comes to writing romance. When it comes to a romantic plot in general, it's very easy to get lazy with your writing due to the age-old trope of just putting the romantic leads together just for the sake of them being together because you expect them to be. The problem with doing that is, first, if they're just together for the sake of being together, your readers are not going to be all that invested in their relationship. And also, you may risk creating a whole lot of, I get they're together because they're the romantic leads, but why are they together? They don't really seem compatible with each other. An example of this can be seen extremely easily in the movie Star Wars, The Clone Wars. In that you have your main characters who are supposed to be romantically interested, Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala, but there's a whole lot of why are they together. Because if you look at Anakin, he has a thing for Padme, and he hasn't seen her in years. He said, because he first met her actually when he was a child, and he emphasizes that he never stopped thinking about her after, he didn't see her anymore. And he's also he literally is creeping on her a bit. And she's aware that's what he's doing, and she's not really into it. Plus, when it comes to their mindsets, it's like oil and water. She hardcore believes in the system of government that they have and that they need to go for capitalist government so everybody can have a fair voice. And he has more of a, you've got to have a dictator. You have to force people to see things your way type of mindset. That's conflicting. And even on screen, we can't say, well, opposites attract. They're not really given time or really any reason why there would be anything else to make them fall in love. And when they do have the major romantic moment where, they say, yes, they are in love with each other, isn't that sweet? They're about to go into an arena where there's a good chance they may die, and there's this whole Padme confessing, yes, she does have a thing for Anakin, and they kiss as they're pulled into the arena and stuff, but there's still a whole question of why are you into him that way? Because you've been pushing a whole lot of, you're most likely not into him like that throughout this entire movie, and I don't see why or where or when you changed your mind. Also, as for Anakin, as I already mentioned, he apparently has been thinking about her for years and was creeping on her in a creepy way in the movie more than once. So, his romantic ideas are more obsession and trying to frame an obsession mindset as this is meant to be romantic love and isn't this cute and that's how their romance is going to build. It's also not a good way to build an actual romance. It's a good way to create an entirely different type of story, or even create a story where you teach a person that that's not how you pursue a romantic relationship and have that person grow and not try to see obsession as romance. That's better, but just have somebody be obsessive and the other person just be like, oh, I was into that the whole time. Yeah, that doesn't work. It's lazy. If you have no real desire to hardcore go and talk a whole lot about your main character's relationship with their significant other, You can do very simple things, like if your main character is a detective. Maybe show the main character tired and worn out from trying to solve a case, and have their significant other recognize this. And since their significant other recognize that the person they're in love with is all worn out from their job, have their significant other be, okay, I need to do something nice for my partner. And after their significant other does this nice thing, such as maybe cook a special dinner for them, you can have your main character show the appreciation for the dinner and have them interact, showing that the main character appreciates what's been done for them, and have their significant other feel validated by that. It shows that they have chemistry, and it shows that they work together this way because they communicate that way. You can also take advantage of this to have them have a conversation and throw a few things in, maybe from their relationship or their memories from their time together, to also show this is why they're a good couple, this is why they work. Yeah, you may have put them in there to be just together, but it doesn't feel like, oh, they're just married because. If you are more interested in having your main character have a relationship that is front and center in the story, a main part of the story plot, there's obviously nothing wrong with that. But you need to make sure who they're in love with, you show that they've got chemistry with them. Even if you want them together just for the sake of being together. For example, let's say that you're writing a sci-fi story involving a meteor that's headed towards a blue sun, and once that meteor crashes into the blue sun, the entire universe will be destroyed because certain materials within the meteor will cause an explosion so powerful to wipe out the entire universe. Who's going to stop the meteor? Well, you could say there are two galactic empires determined to make sure that this meteor does not wipe out all of existence. Galactic Empire A, super powerful, got a ton of money, nothing stopping them except they do not have enough people within their galactic empire to take on the meteor mission to keep it from wiping out all of existence. And Galactic Empire B, who is full of all kinds of people and specialists who could help take down this meteor, but they're broke. They don't have a pot to be peeing in. And since we're dealing with two galactic empires, we can make them super ultra corrupt. So, Galactic Empire A, with all the money, not only wants help with this whole meteor not wiping out all existence thing, they want a part of the other galactic empire. And Galactic Empire B is like, oh no, you're not taking that part. And we also need funds, or do you want the meteor to just wipe us all out? So they hash it out, and they come to an agreement. Galactic Empire can have 3 planets as long as they, 1, supply Galactic Empire B with a certain sum of money, along with funding this whole meteor doesn't kill us plan. And Galactic Empire B, that has these experts in meteors not killing everybody, and they have a ton of them for reasons. They're like, okay, we will give you all of our experts, and let you have those plans that we talked about. And they agree, everything is going to work out. But where is The example for how to build a romantic plot in this. Simple. To solidify the agreement between the two galactic empires. Galactic Empire A's ruler is going to wed their second son to Galactic Empire B's daughter. So now you have a couple who is together for the sake of this agreement to solidify it. And the story is not going to be hardcore, their blossoming romance. It's going to be about that mother freaking meteor that's going to wipe out all of humanity. But even though the romance is a secondary subplot, you can show those two characters interacting with each other, involving this whole meteor mess, along with them growing closer, giving them reasons of why they would work together and why they would be together, such as showing their daily interactions, maybe showing them not getting along at first, but over time, as they talk more about what's going on, maybe how it scares them, maybe that open a dialogue for them to talk about to each other about their lives and more of who they are so they can grow as a couple. It will feel more natural to the reader because the reader's all invested in this meteor that somehow has the power to wipe out the universe, but they're also invested in this couple because they saw the couple start out meeting, seeing them grow as a couple with their interactions and learning to like each other. And it doesn't feel lazy because you're showing these characters grow and build a relationship. All right, my lovelies, all throughout my examples, I have mentioned the word chemistry. If your romantic couple in your book does not have chemistry, then your romance is going to fall flat unless you're talking about a really bad romance that needs to end quickly. In general, you focus on making sure that your romantic couple has believable chemistry with each other. It doesn't matter what type of relationship they have or how involved the relationship is with the main narrative of your story. You make sure to have that good chemistry brewing in your book, and your romantic couple will work for your audience. And that is just another way to avoid lazy writing in a book.